everyone in the next session of Coffee Break Saturday. And yes, as we all know, today we have our guest Indrajit Gupta, who is, of course, I knew Indrajit for since a long time, and he's been working in many organizations. He's in the startup community like since more than 5 years now, and we will get to know each and every elements and spices of startups and entrepreneurship. And in fact, it's not a formal kind of event. It's an informal kind of event, and yes, we will be going through a journey of experiences. We'll be going through a journey of laughter, and yes, share some niche. And yes, I know Indrajit, is quite a smart guy, and we will make the most out of it. And yes, of course, just grab a coffee, grab a water. We are not so much concerned about that, other than it's a colored water. Yes, of course. And yes, so relax and sit back. If you want to ask something, just unmute yourself or try to type in the chat. If you ask something directly, you can just say it, or yes, go online, or you can type it. So yes, welcome, Indrajit.
Hi Saikat, how are you doing today?
It's not good today because yes, as sorry for first of all, sorry for the inconvenience. Actually, the weather is so bad today. I got stuck somewhere, and yes, I managed to come back within half an hour. And thank you so much for being with us and understanding the situation. And also thank you so much for all the attendees. Uh, they at least understood our situation, and they are here after 30 minutes. So thank you so much, Indrajit.
Thank you, Saikat, for this wonderful opportunity to interact and get to know such beautiful people who are looking forward to come to the startup space, or maybe are thinking to, be a part of an ecosystem and grow together. So, first of all, I would like to thank my startup Yatra for this unique initiative that has not only influenced small startup people like us, but also people who have been harbingers of technology, of intermingling different professions together to bring something on the technical field, that is the World Wide Web. And my startup Yatra, like I have come to know about it during just before the pandemic. And the way they have been reaching out to the young companies that are yet to make a mark in the market, and help them with the resources that they need most and they require most at this time, when not everyone is ready to hear about your concept and maybe fund it to the next level. So I really appreciate that, and that's why I also thought that yes, why not, me being from the northeast region, I should get myself involved in their journey. So then people from out here in the northeast, my preliminary focus is working in the northeast region, and people from the northeast are not that much connected with the rest of the country, or I would rather say people are connected, the resources are not connected. So to bring that, or to bridge that gap, I thought yes, this is the correct time to associate with people who are thinking about giving a better ecosystem, a network of resources which can be utilized to make the pathway easier for young age entrepreneurs, young business people who have recently graduated and want to do something on their own. So that's a really an appreciable effort. Thank you, Saikat, for introducing my startup Yatra to our community, and you're doing a fabulous job.
Thank you so much for those kind words. And yes, actually, as you say that in the northeast there's a communication problem, and there's a problem of a gap between everything, like everything. So yes, as you know that I myself also from northeast, from the same state that you belong. And yes, it's quite difficult, and it's quite harsh also in terms of getting resources, in terms of getting the exact exposure towards anything, like if you say about the market, if you say about the knowledge, if you say about what is going on exactly in the country and worldwide, we are so much lagging behind. And of course, people like you, we really, really appreciate, because you are the gap and filling the gap between those miscommunication, filling the gap between those misjudged resources. And you are always welcome, and you are already a part of My Startup Yatra and the Early Birds Club.
Thanks. We're trying to do our part. I mean, not that it's just one community or a group of people can only make the difference. It's about empowering the youth. Once the youth is empowered, I think it would be much easier for people like us to, make them comfortable in the startup ecosystem. Like people are not aware, or I can say people are afraid of the startup ecosystem. Like people think that yes, this is a company which started recently, and then we will go and we won't be able to make much out of our career out in a startup, or cannot grow in a startup. It takes time for a startup to grow, but that's not the fact. It's totally about the criteria of the startup or the niche market which the startup is into. So, for example, if we say if a startup is in a media sector, it's at today's day, it's hard. It's not easy to sustain in the media sector, given the time that there are a number of creators, number of media institutions that are creating regular content both on digital, social media, in terms of written content or videos or vlogs or collected content. And then again, if you think of a fintech startup or if you think of an edtech startup, it's not the same, because different people have different perspectives of taking their concept to a different level. Like someone who is working on finance and he knows a better way to
Hmm.
utilize people's time and resources on a niche and maybe get something better out of it. It can really grow in a small time period. Even for edtech startups, that's also true. I mean, if there is a edtech startup that is focused on niche market in a local Indian vernacular language, I would say that yes, it's definitely possible for that startup or that company to grow in a very fast pace. Then again, why I mention this is like it's about the knowledge that people have or carry but are not sharing widely upon
Hmm.
the community or the people that should have the knowledge. Like colleges, universities, they do have a lot of entrepreneurship cells. They have this social clubs, youth clubs. But what I see mainly in this northeastern region, I again say that my most of my vision is totally on the northeast region. So what I see in this region, that not many companies or incubators or accelerators are coming in this region and helping the youth develop concepts on their own, help them grow their initial ideas until they have an early traction.
Mm,
So
yes,
this
correct.
is necessary at today's time. I mean, you need to be motivated, right? I mean, during my school college days, I was very much into theater. I mean, I even now I'm into theater, but that's not much as I was back then, associated back then. The reason being is that priorities change. Not that I don't love theater; it's my passion.
Hmm.
But then again, to give something back to the society, you need to focus your energy, your resources, your dedication to something that can actually make about the change.
Hmm.
So during my young days, when I was working into theater, I was very much enthusiastic about theater. At that time, there were not much organizations in my hometown or in my city that were offering the right education or the right training, that someone needs to excel or to understand this particular sphere. So I had to move out outside, and I thought that why don't I work with different people who are in this profession, and then I will get to know about various cultures, about various forms of this art form, various ways of working on it, different levels of working on it. So that's how I proceeded upon it. Now that in case of say like I mentioned this for colleges and universities, what they are doing, they are sending people, they are bringing people, for example companies, to come out here and do placement.
Mhm.
But they could still do that, like from the very same company they can get someone
Mhm.
who can actually teach these people something related to the field they are working on. For example, if someone from for example, if someone from Intel comes and gives training to the students of computer engineering,
Mhm.
then maybe some people in that group would be determined to see themselves in that company in the coming years. Or maybe if, for example, say there are a number of courses that are done by Google, and there are a number of courses that are free of cost. I know that because I have been working with them for a few years now. What chances there are there that they come out to the universities and do the work? See, these companies, various companies are multinationals
Mhm.
that have a lot of work already in their log to do. So it's our duty, being part of an eco club or an entrepreneurship cell, or for example, say a youth club.
Mhm.
We can ourselves, reach out to these big companies, to non-profit
Mhm.
organizations, to educational institutions that specialize in these things, or that are promoting things that are related to technology, that can lead to social development. And maybe then they will be interested that yes, okay, these people want this thing to in their institution. Okay, let someone over there, and they will just conduct a course, or maybe they will do a project which year on students from the same stream can continue doing that.
Correct. Correct.
This things are missing in the web. I mean, I can see, I know, like there are a number of things happening in Delhi University. There are a number of things happening in Mumbai. There are a number of things happening in Kolkata. Just because those places are big cities, so the scope of getting one's self development done with not much of an hassle becomes easy.
Mhm.
But when you speak about Northeast, this is a little tough situation out here. But then again, like I said, we as individuals, we as different bodies working on the startup ecosystem, we as different change bearers, or maybe like people in working in
Correct.
universities, offices, and big companies, can take up this initiative, connect with people who are already working in this field, and make something of a different. Like for an example, there is this Assam Don Bosco University in Assam.
Mhm.
So they have tied up with a company in Delhi by the name Data Leads.
Mhm.
So they have this private university has tied up with a media house
Mhm.
in Delhi,
Mhm.
which works on data, right? So what they are doing, that media company is sending someone every year to do some research with the students, and also the associate professor and the professor of that mass communication department
Mhm.
have been trained to teach people, or to teach the students on data journalism, or how to use data on mining data, how to use it for various purposes. So this is how people can accelerate things and take it to the next level.
So exactly.
This is what I think about the
Yes,
situation.
it's a quite nice thing that you put up, and in fact, this is the exact condition of the market now, and the exact condition of every system right now. And if you can say that you have just uncovered the pages, so it's a phrase that I can use, that yeah, you just uncovered it. In fact, we know it's quite transparent, but of course, with knowing everything, we are just going behind like a sheep, like we are just following the path. Okay, one fine day it will automatically like get good, in terms of a hope. But a hope doesn't work in a real world. You have to act for it, you have to do
Well,
it.
someone needs to take
Yeah,
action. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
So as we say that when you find your niche, you just gotta continue to be confident and thrive in it. This is Saikat, all the way from UK, and for this internet, and as a life changing moment, we all are connected towards Zoom, and I'm welcoming Indrajit to be our guest in my Startup Yatra's Coffee Break Saturday. and all the way from Northeast. And yes, of course, we will get the best out of it. So, starting Indrajit, can you just introduce yourself to all our viewers? Because of course, if I continue to just introduce yourself, so I will be speaking. I know you are doing so much, and I want you to speak at the most, at least. So yes, please continue.
Well, well, it's a difficult thing, introducing oneself to, saying things and doing blah, blah, blah. But then again, I'll just give a brief so that the people who have joined us and also to the people who will be watching this wonderful session afterwards, that I hail from Tripura, like I can say, in Northeast India. And currently, I am leading the first co-work station in Tripura by the name Tripura Co-works, and we are trying to provide an acceleration platform for the state itself, because on a private basis, because there ain't much companies who have come out to this remote part of India and are trying to do some groundbreaking changes in terms of technology advancement, social development, and all. We have some support from Tripura government, of course. Tripura government, as you might know, that Tripura is the third internet gateway of India, and like Tripura government has, in tie-up with Ministry of Communication, has made a number of has brought a number of opportunities for various companies. They can be MNCs, they can be startups, and if someone has registered themselves in this state and want to work here, then they will get ample amount of benefits, starting from low cost of electricity bill, internet subsidy, free workspaces, and likewise. So, as the government is trying on its part to do something of a change, to bring about changes to support the young entrepreneurs who are trying to do something in this region. So during the pandemic, I came down here and I was planning to start a business out here that could actually, give a solution, or address a problem that is quite, going on continue for a long time. Like out here, what we don't have good places that provide digital services.
Hmm.
The digital services means in terms of web technologies, you can say social media services, you can say internet marketing services, then you can say legal and regulatory services. A startup or any company who wants to go in this journey needs to do has to follow a lot of compliances, and has to make their own brand identity in the market, following different norms, such as getting registered themselves under MCA, getting GST, then making their identity in the web, branding themselves in the market, then like get registered under MSME.
Hmm.
So we provide these services all under one roof in Tripura Co-works. Other than that, we are also providing this co-working space, which is the first of its kind in Tripura. And right now, we are actually accelerating 4 startups. And maybe this month we will have more 3 partners who will be coming on board. And they are also young startups. One of them is in e-commerce, one of them is in digital services themselves. They have been working with clients from tier 1, tier 2 cities, sitting here in Agartala. And we have thought that because we want to grow our network, want to grow our main vision of actually accelerating startups, or pushing startups to the next level.
Hmm.
So we thought that we will get our most of our digital workload to be done by one of or two of our attendees who are actually who have joined us as who want to get accelerated, who want their companies to
Excellent. Okay. Okay.
get
Yeah.
accelerated
Hmm.
to a next level. So we thought that, yeah, why no? Why don't we give the work that we have to them?
Hmm.
That way, they will see at least 50% of the revenue, because we will do 50% sharing. So they will see 50% of the revenue, and also they will get a market to work on, where their purpose of getting visible in the market
Hmm.
will also be taken care of. So
Got it.
that's how we are growing day by day. we started like we had this thought of providing local, I mean regional marketing services
Mm-hmm.
also. But then again, this market, although it's not a huge one, but there are a number of firms that have been working in this market. So generally, we reached out to one of them by the name Zoom, which has been in the market for around 12 years, and we told them, yes, we will be giving you a digital identity, and we can do some revenue sharing, because there are a number of clients who are looking for regional marketing
Mm-hmm.
options. And that way we also associated with them. They also came to this acceleration program, where they also got the benefits that they are offering. And like way, the work that Tripura Coworks is getting, we are giving it to them, like boosting them in one hand, sharing revenue in another hand,
Mm-hmm.
and also with both of them growing the vision together, that yes, we are growing in a steady space.
Got it.
So this is what I have been doing with Tripura Coworks for the last 1.5 years, I would say.
That's great. That's
And
really great.
that's it. Other than that, we are trying to bring about an international BPO setup out here in Tripura,
Okay.
because, like I said in the first uh, few moments back, I just said that Tripura government is offering good number of options
Mm-hmm.
for MNCs that are working in ITS scheme,
Mm-hmm.
and these companies can come down here in our state in Tripura,
Mm-hmm.
and they can set up their own workspaces,
Mm-hmm.
and the government will give almost 50 to 60% subsidy to make it grow for a year or two.
Okay.
And like what our target has been is to find a way to generate employment
Mm-hmm.
in the state,
Mm-hmm.
where most of the people are, people
So
who are
if
actually
sorry,
into.
sorry to interrupt you. If, as you said, that you want to generate the employees over the state, so as everything is been
Mhm.
online right now and everything is work from home and sort of things, so are you also looking forward employees or interns or some kind of things from whole of the country, or just specified to the northeast? Because
Yes, yes,
we have
yes, of
many
course. I
many
mean, we
students
are
over here
taking.
also in our ecosystem right now. Also we have some students, so of course if anything happens, I will just recommend them to just refer you to them.
Oh yeah, that would be wonderful, Saket. I mean, this would be a great opportunity for both of us. I mean, the students or our us as a company, because what we are looking for is to interact with people and understand which niche they specialize in. Once we understand that,
Hmm.
what we do is give them the lead, give them the lead, because everyone has a capacity. We believe in that. Everyone has a capacity. वो कम भी हो सकता है, ज़्यादा भी हो सकता है, but at least give them the chance to prove. That's what we do. That's what we have been trying to do. Like I said, that if we generate employment in this region, that yes, there will be a huge scope for people from outside the state to come out here and work, and get paid good amounts, like what salary someone can expect in Pune or Delhi, or you can say
Hmm.
Bangalore. That same salary structure we are trying to implement out here in Tripura, just because we are a little bit out from the main part of the country. Not much people have this mentality to come out here and invest and do something.
Hmm.
Once this thing, our concept comes in, it's already on ground, it's already paperwork's been done already. We are in talk with the ministry regarding the land that they are providing,
Hmm.
and we have already taken a space of 3000 square feet in this IT Bhavan. There is a space here provided by the IT department of Tripura
Uh-huh.
government
Hmm.
for this kind of companies. And what we are trying to do on the first phase is we are going to bring a running company, like the company that is set up in Pune. We are going to bring it out here,
Hmm.
and then start hiring people from out here. Say every quarter we'll be hiring 50 to 60 people, train them, then put them on floor, and then again on the next quarter 50 60 people. That way we create a workforce that is not only from this
Mhm.
region but from around the country.
So I think
And
that's a good news for everyone here also, and everyone in the online who are like watching. So I think they can contact directly Indrajit, and if any contact required, we are there to help you. And of course, by this thing, we can help each other and uplift each other. So moving ahead, as we have said that it's an informal way of interview kind of thing. Anyone wants to just directly speak to Indrajit right now can unmute him or herself and just speak, or can put their questions in the chat, or can put their questions online, so that I can just read the question and just directly to ask Indrajit. So Indrajit, moving ahead, uh, you are also a partner. So for everyone, it's an information for everyone. It's a great pleasure. In fact, in the Early Birds Club organization, Indrajit is an active consultant, and he's been working with us like since a year now. Indrajit, I want some informations from you because I know this is the time I can ask you, and this is the time I can make my audience and everyone some about knowledgeable about IPO. So, what is your exact definition of IPO and how it works? Because I want everyone to know about this thing, because IPO is right now a burning topic, and every student should know about what is IPO and how it works.
well, to be very frank, Sekad, I am not from the management
I am sure you
field,
know
but then again,
something
I
that
can
we really
give you the
don't
brief
know.
on
I'm
the IPO.
sure.
I'm not backing off. I will give you a
You are
brief on the
just you are just
IPO.
being generous.
Uh,
That's it. I know.
Nothing like that. Nothing like that. So
Uh-huh.
basically, how a company is formed. Company is formed. Well, I can say there are. Let's go to the basic. There are two types of company that can exist in a limited
Mm-hmm,
liability, right?
mm-hmm,
One can be a public limited company.
mm-hmm,
One can be a private limited company. काफी जगह देखते हैं there are a number of companies that are having this name like Om Sai Private Limited.
mm-hmm,
There are a number of companies that are doing public limited.
mm-hmm,
Okay, and there are a company there, for example, say partnership firms that are doing limited liability partnerships. They write LLP.
mm-hmm,
Okay. Now, what is an IPO? IPO is termed as initial public offering. Now, initial public offering is when you are a private limited company and you want to open your doors to the general public. Private limited is it's totally defined in the directorship.
mm-hmm,
Like there are a number of directors, they hold the number of shares, they hold the equity, and this is how a company is running.
mm-hmm,
There is no public shareholder or there is no public who can claim themselves to be say at least 1% owner of that company. But when you are making that company go public, then you need to give some part of the ownership of the company to the general public.
mm-hmm,
So that's what I understand is when a private limited does that for the first time, that's known as initial public offering. And recently, if I'm not wrong, Zomato did that, and it was a huge success. I mean, few of my friends I know who have been saving some money to get their
mm-hmm.
hands, you know, in big companies whenever they
Yeah, the same condition with Paytm also right now.
yeah. I mean, Paytm has been in the market for more than 15 years. I mean, that they have a big
Mm-hmm,
journey. I mean, till date they have worked for 15 plus years to bring all the services or all what we find today with Paytm. Now the company can think of, yes, now we can ask people to be a part of our this successful journey. So that's how it works. That's the story of a startup. I mean, it won't become a jewel like that in a day or two, right? I mean, even if you have all the right money, right amount of money, if you have all the resources, all the technology together, it won't happen until and unless the time is right and all are put in a scheduled way, in a very systematic way. In the due time it will take its action and it will happen. If the plan is strong, if the calculation is strong that yes, this is what we see, then a startup will definitely give some fruits that would be beneficial for the society, for the company, or whoever is associated with
mm-hmm.
that institution or that company.
So there's a thing we started like we have played many same game with many CEOs and founders, and of course I'll play the same with you. So it's called the parameters. So in parameters, it's a 0 to 10 parameter, and you have to rank the parameter as I say some words like, what is required for any startup, what is required for any entrepreneur, what is the characteristics that a startup or a founder or an entrepreneur should have. So you scale the rating and give us a number, and we will ask about any number that we found that okay, we find that it should be more or it should be less, and why it's your number and why it's so. Okay. So for any startup or for any co-founder or anything like uh, niche, what is the scale?
0 to
Hmm.
10. That's what you
Hmm.
say.
So you have to be fast.
Niche, I would. Yeah. Oh, I need to be
Yeah.
fast. Yeah. Niche, I would say 9.
uh, Market knowledge.
Market knowledge, 7.
Confidence.
7.
Motivational records and reading stuff.
8.
Mentorship.
7.
Customer validation.
5, I would say. 5 or 6. Yeah.
Being grounded.
Grounded. Yeah. That's a difficult. That's a difficult. Can I answer it at the last? I need to add something on it.
Oh, that's
I will
that,
answer it.
that that's interesting. Yeah, of course. Why not? So yeah, moving ahead. So the product MPV,
7.
the idea.
4, 5.
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Why you given 4 or 5 to the idea?
Yeah, I will add that. I will add that at the end.
Okay.
Anything else? Anything else?
That's nice. And what about coffee? Yeah, because it's coffee with coffee with me, coffee with the startup.
Well,
What do you want?
I do love coffee, so I will definitely give that a 9.
Oh,
And I also love tea. I would mention that.
so yes, for two of the things you said, the grounded will be the last, and yes, why idea is
Yes,
4 and 5.
about idea. Yes, 4 and 5. See, an idea doesn't need to be a big thing.
Hmm.
It can be a very simple thing, like addressing the very simple problems in our society can be the best startup solution. I mean, that can be the best startup idea. I mean, a startup is something that actually addresses to the problem in the society, right? So providing a solution to that problem, your startup will boom. So that's why I give your idea can be mediocre. It can be very low thing. Like, for example, I'll give a very easy example. For example, everyone has this problem in their city. Most of us have that the drainage system, na,
Hmm.
it gets clogged every month or
Yes,
so
correct.
due to some reason or other. Now, you are in UK, Saikat. You can say there are drainage systems there also,
Of course.
but what they do is they have put on some things such as fishing
Hmm.
nets, things such as fishing nets at the end of the pipes
Hmm.
that actually collect all the
Hmm.
garbage and retain it in that bags,
Hmm.
and the water passes away.
Yes.
So this idea is, I would say, it's a mediocre idea. Is someone who is not that much educated
Hmm.
also, someone who has not even gone up to class 5 also, that person will also have that
Yes,
idea.
correct.
So idea is not the big thing. Making or working on that idea is the biggest challenge.
So,
Like I
as
said,
yes, as this way,
for
without
that
idea,
reason,
one cannot, stand also. Like, if you don't have any idea, that means you don't have any creativity. So, how does it works basically?
no. I'm not saying that you don't have any idea about how you are going to work
Yeah,
on it.
okay, I got it. The parameters that you want is exactly 4 to 5, that is not that much
It's
important.
about having a thought that yes, I will do something that will solve this problem. It cannot be. It shouldn't be always dependent upon profits or thinking about profits.
Hmm.
It can be very lame idea. I mean, for example, I will say it that way. Then you will understand why I gave 3, 4, 5 to this topic. For example, someone who is actually cleaning that sewage or the drainage, he or she can also have that idea, right? But he has no idea of how to implement it, right? So he has a very definite idea, which is not that much big of a thing for anyone else concerned, but it is a big thing for him. But he has no idea how to do it.
Correct.
So that idea is not a big thing, but how to do it is a big thing.
Got it.
That's what I try to say. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. And
And
the last
another
one,
thing
I'm
that
waiting for
you
the
said
last one.
about,
Yeah.
yeah, grounded, yeah. Why I wouldn't say I would give you a number on this, because I'm not sure if giving a number to this very concept is, it totally depends person to person. Someone in the startup ecosystem can have a lot of monetary support from his peers or from other companies or family or by himself. Other people in this ecosystem, very same people in the ecosystem, may not have that much of monetary support for this thing. Other, for example, they have all other support, for example, technical support or the pathway to proceed, but there is no monetary support.
Hmm.
So that person can switch between startups, if that's what you are asking, like if person should be grounded to one company and not move into
Hmm.
another until and unless it has grown.
Hmm.
I won't give a number to that, because it depends person to person.
Person to person.
Like
Correct.
I am right away. I have three companies,
Hmm.
out of which there are say 12 initiatives out of these three companies, which we are running now. I am not getting monetarily benefited from two of these companies, but I am getting monetarily benefited from one of these companies, right? I am grounded to that company which is giving me monetary benefit. That's correct. But other two companies that are not giving me monetary benefit, that doesn't mean I will leave them and I will move on. Maybe they are adding value.
Hmm.
Maybe they are adding things that I myself hadn't anticipated when I thought of starting this entrepreneurial journey. Well, there's something such as connections. I mean, I get to know mentors, professors from various institution academies every month. This wouldn't have been possible if I wouldn't have been associated in one of those startups that are working totally on non-profit sector.
Got it.
So I would say
That
that
means
yes, it
it's
totally
adding a
depends person to
value.
person.
It's always adding value, or adding connections and networking. Yeah, of course, in any business or anything in your life journey, I think networking is the most important part, and always the value. Because if you have value in your product, also you have value in your idea, or you have value in yourself, then you will be always treated as the most, sideline part. And as a sideline, as I said, you will be always focused and highlighted. Yes. So Indrajit, what do you want to tell to everyone about your life experience, about your organizational experience, about everything, like?
Well, I'll make it short because see, everyone has their own story of growing and falling, so it's common for everyone. I mean, it's not easy. The journey to become an entrepreneur is not easy.
Hmm.
It's not easy for someone who has enough bank balance. It's not easy for who has zero bank balance. The reason is why it's you, because if if you focus on yourself, if you focus on growing yourself, you are the change. Now bringing that change on a larger scale, that's on the organizational value. So that's what I understand. I mean, uh, that's why I don't stress on this topic very
Hmm.
much, that yes, this is what I did, or these are my uh, um, um, uh, this is what I have got, this is what I have failed.
Accomplishments and all.
The reason that yeah, the recognition part is totally vague for me. Why? There is no limit of recognition, right? I mean, you can do a huge about
Mm-hmm.
change and get no recognition at all. I mean, for example, there had been a number of people who have been helping out people in during the
Mm-hmm.
pandemic time. Like, जो भी है अपने घर से थोड़ा सा अनाज दे दे के सब मिलके लोगों
Exactly.
का हेल्प किए हैं.
Exactly.
Now there are people like Sonu Sood
Mm-hmm.
also who have done it in a bigger way. So for people they say yes that is a success story. हाँ उन्होंने किया सक्सेस स्टोरी है. तो हमने जो 10 जगह पे किया वो कुछ लोग बोलेंगे यार तुमने तो 10 जगह पे किया नहीं बाबा हमारे लिए वो सक्सेस स्टोरी
Exactly.
है.
It
तो
depends
कभी
person to person.
हमें हाँ हाँ we don't need to like judge like okay ये मेरा फेल हो गया ये मेरा प्रॉफिट हो गया. नॉट टू लाइक दैट. एटलीस्ट व्हाट वी नीड टू डू इज मेक ए पाथवे और उस पे चलना है कि हमें चलना है हर रोज सुबह उठ के उस पे चलना है. दैट्स व्हाट आई थिंक.
So Indrajit, we received like 3 to 4 questions online, and if someone wants to ask any question here, he or she may type the question in the chat or directly unmute herself. So first question from the online, Kritika says, "How to be motivated every time?"
That's a wonderful question, Kritika. I mean, everyone has this in this mind, in their mind, like every time that okay, bad is happening with me. हर बार मेरे साथ ही क्यों होता है? Everyone has that thing in their mind. Whenever someone, what I personally do, I will give that idea only.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what I personally do is, for example, if I have to go somewhere and I am late and that work didn't happen as it was supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
It happens with
Mm-hmm.
everyone. It happens with me also. Now, I always find a brighter side to that. Like for example, if I'm going to submit a form somewhere and it's not, I'm late and it's not on time, I have to come again the next
Mm-hmm.
day. At least I try to get to know the person who is in charge of the department, or at least get to know something about that department. At least show some interest where my mood that was of a negative thing, it transferred from negative to positive. It's totally on self control. It's totally upon how you do it. It's not that every time you fail you will go and listen to some motivational audio video and then you will think yes I can do it. That doesn't work actually. It's totally motivating yourself, like not letting yourself down, because the day you let yourself down, the whole world lets you down.
Exactly. Exactly. In fact, I think being motivated is like being hydrated every time. So it's the most important aspect of your life when you are doing anything, like if you are if you're in the job, or if you are a startup guy, a founder, or anything. Yes, of course. So we are coming towards the end of the interview, and we have more 2 questions from online. So yes, is the last time I'm asking everyone, because to just if anything you want to ask, you can ask. Otherwise, I'll just ask those 2 questions and I will wrap up, because of course I won't take any questions other than three numbers right now. So yeah, we value the time, and thank you. Of course, we value your time and as well Indrajit's time. So yes, of course, it's your time to just ask anything. So yeah, the second question that we received online is a Pranshus. So Pranshu is asking how startup community and entrepreneurship journey will be affected by co-working spaces and acceleration programs.
Well, that's a definite and a very welcome question from Pranshu.
Hmm.
See, not every startup can have that much capacity to, get an office space registered in their name, have a whole property in their name. They lack resources. They are usually small teams of 2 people, 3 people, coming to bring together a solution,
Hmm.
show it to the market that yes, we have this, then get the backup, and then, make it on a larger scale.
Hmm.
During that period, which is generally between a year to 5 years,
Hmm.
co-working space are the best option that they can go to and make themselves comfortable in an office like environment, and make people also whom they are working with welcome to a space which is neither theirs but also theirs. So that way a co-working space is a benefit. Another thing, what did you ask, Sekar? uh,
For the acceleration program.
yeah, acceleration programs. Yeah. See, buddy, I will tell you something. Acceleration programs are basically, mentorship programs on a package, I would say. Okay. Cater to your needs. Okay. So if your niche is something that acceleration program offers, I would suggest definitely go for that. Acceleration programs are actually short-term courses, made definitely for startups. That yes, this startup is lacking this thing. If we can teach and make them, understand this thing in this short period of time, then they will actually take this. They will cut the time of growing the startup from level A to B. They will cut the time by half. So that's why yes, acceleration programs are also beneficial and very needed. I mean, a lot of colleges, universities also provide these programs under their entrepreneurship cells. It's coming prominent in India nowadays. Although big institutes such as IITs, IIMs, they have already been doing it for the last 5, 6 years. More than
More
that,
than that.
maybe at least 5, 6 years
Mhm.
they have.
Yes, exactly. You just explained the whole process in a few seconds, and yes, of course, it was quite understandable. Thank you so much. So we have our last question from online. So this is Manali from LinkedIn. Okay, so she's asking that if we have any startup and if we are planning to have any startup and we want to start in the university level, what are the initial steps that we have to take?
Okay, Manali, for that, I would suggest that you connect with Tripura Works and take the student support startup program. We also have that for you. Now, to make it this very brief, I would say that maximum of the successful startups have started in this period time only.
Hmm.
The biggest example that you have is Facebook.
Hmm.
Okay, so there are normal things that you need to do. Just you need to register it. It can be a proprietorship, it can be a company, it can be a non-profit, doesn't matter. You just need to register it and then get on working with it. I mean, starting at the university or college level is the best thing you can do. You will get a number of resources from the university you hail. They will give you a huge amount of support in terms of technical equipments, or knowledge sharing, or in terms of your help, getting your help from professors or the mentors who actually belong to that institution and want their students to excel in their own dynamic fields. So it's actually a very basic thing. I mean, starting it at a university level. I myself, I started one of my company in university level. Although it was a non-profit, it was mostly focused on clean energy, environment conservation, and all other kind of things that relate to actually saving the environment.
Hmm.
So we haven't made any money out of it, but then again, we have taken some groundbreaking actions with the help of other change makers in this field, mostly non-profit organizations, and also with the support from government, like the forest department, and from the IT department, from the tourism department. So you can go ahead. I mean, Manali, you can definitely, if you have a plan, you should go ahead and discuss it with a group of people whom you are working with,
Hmm.
or you can like discuss it with a panel. I mean, you should create a panel with your professors and then do it. Maybe you can also refer to things such as non-disclosure
Hmm.
agreements before you actually go and share your brilliant idea with someone. I
Hmm.
think making a normal proprietorship and then starting things with a non-disclosure agreement, so that you take people into in your confidence, right? That this is the idea that I'm going to share with you, but please, you don't have the right to share it with others within 2 years of implementation of this program. So definitely we can
So
do that.
that's
Yeah.
great. Great. So the first question from our panel. So Akanksha Jakpat, she's asking that what challenges did you have to overcome at the beginning of your journey? It's a quite nice question, in fact.
Uh, What is the lady's name? Aparna.
No, her name is Akanksha.
Okay. So, what challenges do you have? Akansha. Okay, Akansha. I just have this habit of writing down the name of the people who ask me questions. This is another motivational tip for,
Mhm.
I would say, Kritika. Always challenge yourself. Okay, always challenge yourself, because if you don't, the world will,
Mhm.
and you might fail. But if you challenge yourself, you will always win. I will give you that guarantee. You challenge yourself, and you will definitely
It's
win.
great.
So, like Akansha says, what challenges did you overcome at the beginning of your journey? Well, there are a number of challenges that I am or we are actually facing till date. But at the start of the journey, the most basic requirement that I had, or the basic challenge that I had, to explain this concept or to implement this concept out here in a state
Mhm.
where people have no idea about this, where people actually don't motivate startups. Actually, people maximum like 70% of the population, 60% of the population are having jobs out here, government, private, semi government, whatever. They're having jobs. They are not self starters. They are not entrepreneurs.
Mhm.
So how to bring that thing of an entrepreneurial mindset and take it to the people who don't have that mindset? But yes, there are people in their family who want this thing to be explained to their family so that they can, get on their own feet in the market. So it was a challenge for us. But then again, we thought of penetrating the whole market altogether, but it was foolish, as you, as you can understand. Being a very small company or working in a very definite
Mhm.
niche, it was foolish to reach the whole market on the very first. So we cut that. We understood that it was a wrong decision at the initial six
Mhm.
months, and we cut that. Now what we do is we reach out to one by one, like anyone who is doing something of great value or importance in terms of startup community or startup. Then we reach out to them. We get information. There are a number of ways. There is this thing called Wild Wide Web.
Mhm.
You know everything. You get everything from them. So we reach out to them. We connect with various organizations, like I said, IT department, then information cultural affairs department. We connect with them. We ask them, yes, there any a group of youth or number of people who are actually looking for these things.
Mhm.
We connect with them. We get their contacts. We reach out to them. We tell them that yes, we are trying to do this. Now, as you are the people who are actually looking to do a startup, and you are finding it troublesome to explain it to your family or your near and teams, that yes, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to be, we'll help you. How? That the time that you need in 5 years to do it, we'll cut it short by three
Mhm.
years. At least 2 years we'll cut it short by.
Correct.
Then they get this motivation. Okay, then this is what we are looking for, we'll do it. And like we charge them bare minimal at as low as 10,000 per year, in which we give them all the services. Like actually what happens, the startups that are working with us, we actually fund them. For example, we give at least 2,000 rupees value something we give every month, other than the services that they're getting on
Mhm.
signing up for this program.
Mhm.
So we give them that, because once we do that, na, they will be the people who will say that yes, we are getting this support from this group of people or this
Mhm.
company to do what we wanted to do in our life. And that has been the most challenge, like how to break this. It was in our mind, like how to break
Break
it.
it.
Okay, we'll do
Exactly.
PR,
Mhm.
we'll do an event, and we'll let people know we are doing this.
Correct.
But there was no example. So once we started working with 3 4 people, 3 4 youngsters who are new to this ecosystem,
Mhm.
then we understood, yes, that this way, this is the much better way. We do a change, do something of relevance,
Uh-huh.
then this person themselves are the examples that yes, this can happen.
Correct. Correct.
I hope, Akansha, your I mean, the thing that you wanted to know, you got what how I explained it, right?
Yes, I got it.
Thank you.
Oh my God. At least someone spoke. I know. Our
Yeah,
my audience is alive.
I can see
Alive.
number of people,
Okay.
but they are all silent.
Great. Great, Akanksha. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the question, and thank you so much, reaching out to us. Yes, Indrajit, we came to an end, but it's not the end for our journey. It's just the starting of our journey. So yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming to in of course in Saturday also. I know in Saturday you have like lots of work. Everyone have lots of work. At least they make 1 hour to be here. And yes, it was very productive and it was very interesting too. And I hope you enjoyed a lot the session. We tried to make it as minimal as we can. And yes, thank you so much. My Startup Yatra for this platform, and thank you so much for Early Birds Club for making this happen. Uh, I'll see you after 1 year. Yes, I hope so. Yes, and I see you in person. I'm speaking, of course, and in any other case, you are always connected with us as a mentor, as a consultant with Early Birds Club, and as my Startup Yatra. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much everyone for the time and for sticking with us to the end. I know, yeah, it's been so hard in the Saturdays, but thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Saikat, for bringing us together in this wonderful initiative. I mean, this is the need of the hour, and I am very hopeful that what you people are trying to do will definitely help a number of people to, have that courage behind them that yes, there is an ecosystem in the country, there is an ecosystem in every region which is ready to help people who are thinking about, going in this journey. This is this is a wonderful thing that you are
Yeah,
doing here.
in
And
fact,
an entrepreneur doesn't have a Sunday and Saturday.
yeah, of course,
So
it's an
we're
entrepreneurship
happy
life.
that even on Saturday we can give some, valuable insights on how what we are working
Yeah.
on to these youngsters who will definitely be part of any ecosystem in the country and take up a journey as an entrepreneur.
And it won't be possible other than like Shruti and Shimona. Both of them are working so hard, and if of course, like speaking about Shimona, she's like working so hard on that. Yes, thank you so much for everything, Shruti and Shimona, and we will like
Thank you, Shruti and
yeah.
Shimona.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so we will like hopefully meet you once again in another program, and of course, uh, you know, stay blessed and stay safe, everyone.
Take care,
Take
everyone.
care.
Until next
Bye
time.
bye.
Bye
Until next
bye.
time.